um, Zach was like, well, I don't want to ask about my job because that's too predictable. And I'm like, yeah, it's predictable. That's why you can ask it. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ace, he, him, his, and we got this kid. His stuff will be down below. And today I thought we would do a tarot video. For those of you who don't know, I practice witchcraft. Um, and I brought Zach because I'm going to give him a tarot reading. It's very difficult to give yourself a tarot reading because you're biased. So I figured I'd give him one as an example. And we're also gonna teach him about the history of tarot. So the tarot deck, as it is now, is 78 cards. 22 are major arcana, and 56 are divided evenly into 4 suits. Depending on what deck you have, the suits may be called different things. But they all has the same meaning behind them. So, we don't know who created the tarot deck. There's 500,000 different theories, some including Egypt, China, Iran, some people link it back to the Kabbalah or the Romani people because of how it got into Europe. And most of the other stuff is based on symbolism and circumstance to try to figure out where it's from. So when it comes to recorded history, we start in the late 1300s when I'm reading off my notes. I did some research, okay? That's when they were first introduced to Europe during an invasion of Africa and the mixing of peoples, and when the Romani people, they kind of split into different places, and that's one of the places they went, and that's, part of the connection to that. So the cards that we today know as tarot cards are based off of, and I have to get in close because I'm not wearing my glasses, Islamic Mamluk cards. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Don't even try.
I'll say Mamluk.
Yeah, that's probably not how you pronounce it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So the that deck of cards is composed entirely differently. So what we know as the current tarot deck was really created in Italy once it got up there. And so in the beginning, tarot cards were hand painted, they were unique, they were masterpieces of art, and so only the rich used them. And originally they were just for playing card games. They played a card game that's kind of similar to bridge with them. So that's where they started. They didn't get conflated with mysticism and divination and such until the 18th century. Different than the 1800s. There was one case in 1589 in a Venetian court where accusers were associating tarot cards with witchcraft, but like I said, that was like the first and last until the 18th century that it was conflated with that. The first mention of cards in general being used for divination is back in the 1400s, back in 1487. So they used like regular cards at the time, any cards. People love to like divine things out of whatever they have, whether it's cards, crystals, water, whatever, whatever they have. So the term tarot actually is the French term for the Italian word tarocchi. I will put it up on screen. I don't know how to say that one either. I'm sorry. And that word came about when they wanted to distinguish the new set of cards that was used for a certain game versus the other sets that were used for other games. And so that's where that word came from. And that's what we know it as today. And now we skip to the 1800s, where the French occultists were like, yeah, no, totally, it's Egypt occult shit, because anything that's not your religion is a cult, I guess. And so that they started making tarot cards with that in mind, with that kind of symbolism in mind. Later on, there's this other guy. He was from the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and they use different symbolism to make decks. And so now you have different decks with all sorts of different symbolism, even today. And that's about as much history as I've got for you. So what do you think? Any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
No? You just want me to get to reading your fortune?
Yeah,
Alright.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I don't get something.
Alright. So what kind of read do you want me to do? I usually do a 3-card read. About like immediate future, farther future, and like farthest future.
Is there a past, present, future?
You can do a past, present, future if that's your intention. You can also ask a question that you would like an answer to.
I'd rather do past, present, future.
Past, present, future.
Most get out of the scene from Princess and the Frog playing in my head.
Okay, so I would like you to place your hand on my deck here, and really think, just vibe out. Think about yourself, your past, your present, your future, your thoughts, your feelings, your concerns, your anything and everything. Just really kind of think about it and let the energy flow to the tips of your fingers and through your fingers into the deck.
Sorry.
You need to tell the deck what you want.
How long does it take?
Well, it takes until you feel like you've thoroughly soaked the deck in your essence. Don't even. There's nothing wrong with the things I say, and then you laugh, and I know exactly what you're thinking.
I didn't really think that much about it until you said don't laugh. Or stop what you said, but... Okay.
You feel like you've got it? Okay. So I'm going to start shuffling. And after about 5 rounds of this, I'm going to have you do something. Okay, so there's 5. Now I want you to split the deck. And don't look at the bottom card. You're just splitting it. Okay? And so now I'm turning that piece. Because the direction that your card shows up in is important.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I'll have you do it one more time. All right. And after this, we'll do your read. Okay, so here we have our deck. So what I'm going to have you do is keep the cards face down, but place one past, present, future.
Just from the top?
Just from the top. So there's our past, our present, and our future.
Yeah, I called it off.
Alright, so now I'm going to flip these, and I'm going to show them, and then I'll put us back so you can see us. So for past, we have Justice. For present, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And for future, we have 6 of Swords. Alright, so I have my little book here that I'm going to let Zach take a look at as well so he can see. So Justice is part of the Major Arcana.
Okay.
It's a strong card, important card. And so then I just have to go through my Major Arcana section. So Justice in the upright position. And this is representing your past. So I'll read what it says, and then I can help you interpret that.
Okay.
You understand cause and effect, and that your choices have consequences. You seek to equalize and balance, finding the fairest outcome for all. So how do you feel that one would relate to your past?
I think I'm more like my present, to be honest. I feel like these are in the wrong order.
No, this one's your past, so. Do you feel like maybe in the past you were a bit of a people pleaser? Maybe you were.
Yeah, because, at least more so than I am now. Now I kind of.
Yeah, maybe you were like a bit anxious about consequences of things you would do. I don't want to say any specifics.
Oh, so what? I feel like I'm being attacked.
So and I'll just, for example, justice in reverse would be your idea of truth is distorted. Look at each situation from multiple angles to uncover the real truth. Forgive yourself for any misguided decisions you have made.
This is in the right up or normal position, right?
Yeah, so this is in the normal position. And so then for your present, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man in reverse is, if you are feeling stuck in limbo, surrender to the process. Trust that this period of pause is for your highest good. What new perspectives are becoming visible to you?
So go with the flow.
Yeah, it's like go with the flow, learn, grow wisdom from what you're experiencing.
That does make sense. I am in college.
Yeah.
I was like, that actually does kind of make sense because of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. So it's just, if you feel kind of stuck right now, you got to trust in the process. You'll get there. And then for your future, we have 6 of Swords in upright position. So upright, you're in a state of transition, a physical move, a rite of passage, or a mental shift of some kind. You are leaving behind what was familiar and comfortable to move towards the unknown. This is essential for your growth. So it looks like at some point in the future, what point of the future were you thinking about?
I wasn't going to think of anything, to be honest. I don't feel this any more interesting, and I wasn't going to think of anything, but that does make sense for what my plans are.
Yeah. So you might move physically or have a mental change.
Yeah, move physically.
Mm-hmm. And you'll leave behind what's familiar and comfortable here, and you'll move towards the unknown and growth.
Also known as Greece.
The 6 of Swords in upright position is a really good card for your future. Obviously, because of, it's about growth, which is good for you. And now we'll get into the controversial part, where I talk about tarot and divination in general.
Oh, you want me to do yours?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
So tarot and divination in general is, it's really easy to make it applicable to anyone. So it's not necessarily something you should put all your stocks in, is what I'm saying. So, like, for example, horoscopes, they make those vague for a reason. They're trying to be as vague as possible. In these little books, they're as vague as possible. It's all about vagueness to make it applicable. So I don't put my stock in it, but it is pretty comforting. It's very interesting. Obviously we can't predict the future 100%, even if you believe that divination works. There's still not 100%, because there's always change of the flow of energy and change in people and growth, and so you can't 100% say what's going to happen. But I really like divination from a psychological perspective. I feel like it's very comforting for a lot of people to be able to turn to this kind of thing and get potential advice, because you will get what you need out of it, even if it's not truly magic. Any thoughts, feelings?
I also just zoned out. I mean, I guess the cards do make sense. I don't know what I was supposed to say.
I meant about what I was saying.
Oh. I mean, they are kind of vague, which does make sense that, like you said, they can just apply to anybody.
Do you think you'll get your tarot or palms or do any sort of divination in the future?
One in Vegas.
When in Vegas?
Yeah, no, like, I'll probably want to do it down there, like, more like New Orleans, where it's more like, I won't say witchy, but like,
They're more spiritual down
spiritual,
there a lot,
yeah, sorry, that's what I was
because a lot of the African American population there came up from the Caribbean, where they practiced voodoo, which is actually very misunderstood. I would, what's her name? I'll find it. I took a whole course on Caribbean culture and history, and it's very interesting, and especially like the religious practices. But there's a book that I think everyone should read if you want to know kind of what voodoo is like. Obviously, it's not a guide or an end-all be-all. It's just one person's experience, and it is written from an outsider's perspective because they don't really talk about it much. Part of the culture around voodoo is that it's secretive, because they weren't really allowed to practice it when they were brought into the Caribbean. So a part of the whole culture is being secretive, but I'll link it down below and everything. All right, so now Zach wants to do mine. So I know how to speak to the deck, so I'll do that.
Yeah, for me, it was more like, I'm not really thinking of anything.
Yeah, normally, if I am gonna do my own, I vibe out with the deck for like 10 minutes sometimes. I get really intense with it. But, ooh, 9 of Cups in upright position fell out, so that might be significant. Oh, you're gonna look it up for me?
I'm kind of curious.
All right.
Is that a major arcana?
No, that'll be a minor arcana, and you see cups start on 43.
You're satisfied with everything that you have. So the plans of the line, you have everything you wish for, kind blessings, and express gratitude for what you had created.
Okay, can you get me 7 of Wands in reverse? I'm dropping them all over the
58.
place.
I was like going back to the eternal pleasure is weighing you down.
What?
Those two cards contradict each other. Eternal pleasure is weighing you down.
External pressure.
Hell if I can read. Leaving you down yourself and whether everything is worth it. Don't let your doubts get to you on your position, and don't censor yourself to keep others happy. So
you would think those contradict. What?
Contradict?
Contradict.
Counter.
Yeah.
Counter strike go.
You would think those two contradict each other, but they actually are very applicable for what's happening with my life right now.
I was sounded like, you have everything you want, and then the stuff you have is fucking with you.
No, it's not the stuff I have, it's the outside. External pressure. I do have, just about everything I could want, but there's a lot of external pressure from society on me right now. I'm not currently in college. I am going to go back, do something, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of at a crossroads career-wise. I'm having trouble with finding jobs because of my disability, but I'm not disabled enough for the government to help me. So, yeah, that's my life right now. Anyway, I need a minute to commune with the cards, so just...
Come on the phone.
Okay, good. I'll cut this part out. Alright, so I finally finished. Here is my path.
You're gonna say one eye,
my present. Hello? Question mark. My present. Actually, I feel like it wanted to come with it, so I'm gonna say present and future.
You have 2 present cards.
Well, it's only the one that's gonna flip up. So for my past, we have Page of Swords. For my present, we have 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And for my future, we have the Star in reverse. So something that's actually really interesting is the Star is my card. It's the card in the tarot deck that recognizes me. So it's really interesting whenever I get it. Poor Zach's going through the whole book trying to find... The Page of Sword is going to be one of the last in the sword section because it's part of the court.
Page. It's a normal?
Yeah, the Page of Swords, in upright position.
You have a curious mind and love to ask questions and learn new things. You are a natural communicator and ready to take the next step to share your message with the world. That
was me.
Yeah.
I had so much hope as a child. I loved to learn. Everything was great. Well, not everything. There was a lot of stuff that sucked ass, but you know, I was a child and everything just.
Pentacles. 25.
This poor kid trying to find my shit.
2 pentacles.
Okay.
It was 4.
Yep, 4 in reverse.
Money is slipping.
I can hear it. I know.
Money is slipping through your fingers, and your spending habits exceed your saving habits. You may be spending unconsciously, hoping it will bring happiness. Create a positive relationship with money.
Really calling me out on that one. That's facts.
I feel like that should be mine too.
So at the moment, I can only work 3 days a week for 4.5-hour shifts because my body just falls apart, and I only make $9.20 an hour, so I'm not making enough to live, obviously. So I still live with my parents, and I'm trying to save up, and I'm trying to, but I have expenses, and sometimes I just want to be happy, and I see something that would make me happy, and so I get it. I did not turn into a clickbait person. I'm legitimately upset about something. I'm not going, put the eye drops in. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Sorry, just more. Someone crying the other.
No, I'm not. First of all, I'm not even crying, but I am legitimately upset about my situation because it's very traumatic, and the violence of capitalism, being poor in capitalism. Anyway, we don't need to get into it.
I think it also apply to me because I spent $1,400 on a computer and tactical monitor, and my work is off for 3 weeks because possible I'm going on a cruise.
I feel that. All right, give me the Star in reverse. Let's get to the future. Give me something good.
Is that Major Arcana?
Yeah, it's major.
Magician, High Priest, Magician. Sorry, I was curious.
Give me the Star in reverse. You're telling my fortune.
The Lovers.
Telling my future.
Strength, the Hermit. Death. Devil. Star.
The Star.
Reverse. You lack faith in yourself and the universe. Go within to reconnect with your inner source of inspiration and guidance, rather than looking for signs outside yourself. You're gonna be in trouble in the future.
No, that's not what it's saying. So what it's saying, get that to me.
I want to read the devil.
You can read it later. So what's that saying? That's saying a negative attitude, a negative outlook on the world.
Okay.
I need to look within, and for me, I am a creator. I'm an artist. It's telling me to look within for inspiration and go forth and create, my child, says the universe. Anyway, Um, yeah, so I just, it's kind of a go back to the roots and, just have faith that everything will turn out because, at the moment I've been having a lot of trouble with that because everything sucks. The housing market sucks. Everything's too expensive. I don't make enough money. It's hard to make enough money. My body's falling apart. Um, I can't afford to live. And everything just feels like it's crashing down around me because I can't even go to school because with the pandemic, it completely ruined my chances when it shifted my classes to online because I can't do online. That's why I didn't sign up for online classes. So everything sucks, but it's telling me shape up, get a better attitude. Everything doesn't suck. There are good things too.
So, question.
Yeah.
For the future, how far in the future is it? Is it like?
Sometimes it is placed in the future. Sometimes it's a warning about the future.
Okay.
So like mine was kind of a warning about the future. Like I have to change my course now to have a better future. But it is related to your future. It really depends on what you get, what you were thinking about. You weren't thinking about shit, so who knows what your card was about. You really got to connect with the deck.
Can I try the 3 feature one?
The what?
The 3 features? The close future, farthest future, farthest
future?
future?
Oh, the three futures? Yeah, we can try the 3 futures. So you really got to vibe with the deck this time. You got to think about your immediate future, like this coming week, the farther future, like the month, next month, you know? And then the farthest future with years, maybe your eventuality,
Okay.
You just got to set it up for yourself about the time frame that you're thinking about when you say future, 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 So really think about it. Tell the deck, again, like, flow it from your head, down your arm, to your fingertips, and through your fingertips into the deck.
I have a mantra going through my head right now.
Let it absorb your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Let it get to know you. I probably sound really wacky.
You do.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to have you do as you did before and place your cards.
I'm with it.
Okay.
Closest future.
Why do you have to put it way in the corner?
Sorry. Closest future.
Yeah.
Middle future is spinning.
No, it's spun to this way. We're going to keep it that way.
And far future.
Alright. So now we're going to flip them over. For close future, we have the 10 of Wands. For our farthest future, or for our middle future, we have the 3 of Cups. And for our farthest future, we have the 2 of Cups. And there we go. Alright, so, pull out my book for, what's that thing where you do the thing where,
You do a thing?
Never mind. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of.
What's that thing where you do a thing?
It's for something's sake. I can't remember the word.
For Christmas sake?
No, what the fuck?
I don't know. What you said, I thought Christmas movies.
So, 10 of Ropes and upright. Your soon to be future. What timeline were you kind of thinking here?
I was thinking, like, this week.
Mm-hmm.
Went around to see Nick, who's our brother, by the way, and far future, like, my job,
your eventuality,
what I hope my job will be.
All right. So this week, you are taking on extra burdens, workloads, and responsibility. You know it is only temporary, so you are willing to put in the hard work now to accomplish your goal and reap the rewards later.
Yeah, I'm taking 5 college classes.
Yeah, you are. That you are. But you'll reap the rewards later, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
6 months.
3 of Cups, sideways.
Is there an option for that? Do you like a mix?
I'm gonna read
in reverse.
I'm gonna read both the options here. Upright. Get out of your comfort zone and explore new opportunities for growth and development. Cover new ground and expand your horizons. Reversed. You are playing it safe but limiting your growth and potential by doing so. What's holding you back? It's time to spread your wings and fly. So I think...
The upright.
No, I think it's spinning sideways means you've probably got a little bit of both in there.
Okay.
So both of these are telling you to get out of your comfort zone, essentially.
Just one of them is I'm willing to do another one I don't want to.
Yeah. So it's really telling you to get out of your comfort zone when you go to visit Nick. So I don't know what that means, but you'll find out. That's for me not to know and you to find out.
And for me to forget about it, and then you ask me when I get back, like, what did we do down there?
Yeah. Hey Zach, did you get out of your comfort zone?
I was like, we got Korean. I don't know. Got Korean food. I don't know.
Oh, I super read the wrong thing actually. So that was the Three of Wands. Let me get to the Three of Cups, sir. Okay. Celebrate your successes with your closest friends and family. Collaborate with others on a creative project and inspire one another to reach new heights. And the reverse is collaborations aren't your thing right now. Instead, you are inclined to work on your own. You need to find a creative outlet and express yourself privately.
Okay, so the Three of Wands made more sense, to be honest.
Well, I think this is... Well, when you're down there with Nick, you are going to be spending time with him. You're going to be doing things with him, but you're also going to be on your own for a bit sometimes, right?
Yeah, like, actually, no, I don't really, no.
Well, he works sometimes, right?
Yeah, because weekends off, he's taking Monday off, then I'm leaving Tuesday.
Oh, well, maybe you need to try something on your own down there as well.
I'll bring my board down, so I'll go skating down there.
Yeah, so take a day or some time where you're exploring by yourself.
Oh, I need to get a... No, I'm doing Guernsey, that's fine.
Alright, and then the Two of Cups. You are creating deep connections and partnerships based on shared values, compassion, and unconditional love. You see the divine in others. Nurture these new relationships as they hold potential for the future. So this one's kind of like, it's a little bit of now and a little bit of that future. So you're going to create those deep connections and partnerships based on shared values with people.
Well, partnerships, that makes sense. I'm going into a business position.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm hoping to be able to.
And you need to nurture those relationships, and you need to, I think part of it is creating relationships now for the future. Networking.
I'm in 2 business classes. There's part of them going on in those.
Yeah, but I think that's what that means for you.
Okay.
So what do you think?
10 of Wands makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Three of Wands made more sense than the Cups, but the Cups do make sense after I thought about it. And the other one, it did make the sense the way I thought it would when I was thinking about it.
Well, the farthest away future is the most mysterious. It's the most likely to change based on things that happen beforehand.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting you to see something that just says, you'll get your dream job. Like something, whatever.
That's not an option.
Whatever the tarot version of that is.
Yeah. Would you also like to ask the deck a question, or do you think that's it for you?
When you say ask it a question, what would I be? I know I'll be asking you a question, but is it...
You can ask it any question that it could give you an answer to.
What is the next Disney movie?
That it will not be able to give you an answer to.
I can't remember what that one was. It was
the Eight of Swords in reverse. Was the card that
that was the top one. The 10 of Wands came along with it.
I can read that one for you.
I'm actually kind of curious.
You are plagued and by limiting self-beliefs that prevent you from moving forward. Change your belief system. Catch yourself when you are in a negative thought pattern and break the cycle.
Yeah, I know 10 of Wands makes more sense.
Yeah. And that's what the deck chose for you.
I'll go just look on one card and stuck to it.
So would you like to ask it a question?
Sure, I'll need to think of a question.
Alright.
That like a deck would actually be able to give me a vague answer to.
You can ask it about the future,
and
you can ask it about philosophy
and not just,
whatever.
what is this week's lottery numbers?
Yeah.
Like, what is the Mega Million jackpot?
Well, you can ask it if you'll get your dream job.
True.
And obviously, of course, don't put all your stocks in it. But your dream job is, much time away, many moons, many mothers, not many mothers,
Many mothers.
not many mothers.
I'm going to have will be birds several times before I get my dream job. My dream job is lives away.
Lives.
I had a thing like past lives away.
Okay, so Zach, he's asked me about 500,000 things he could ask if he can ask them. I think he's finally starting to understand the type of questions you can ask a deck.
Yeah, maybe.
So go ahead and infuse that thought in there, that idea, those feelings, the vibes. Get the vibes. All right, so now you're going to cut the deck.
A full deck.
Okay, now place it down and flip the top card in whatever way feels right to you. Ace of Wands in reverse. So we got Ace of Wands in reverse for, do you want to tell them what exactly you were asking and vibing with?
I was asking how meeting my soulmate go.
Okay. You can feel an idea emerging, but you are uncertain what form it will take or how you will manifest it in the world. I can't read. You may keep your idea private for now until you have more confidence in taking it forward.
Does that mean I already have an idea of who it is?
No. That's irrelevant.
Okay. I'm confused by that.
So what this is kind of saying is that when you meet them, you'll kind of feel it. You'll kind of feel it. You're probably not going to be sure how it's going to go exactly. I know you were probably... Did you use the word soulmate when you were asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so soulmates can also be kind of like platonic as well.
Yeah.
Alright,
already had that one though.
Well, I mean, maybe. But you are... So it may go any which way. You might keep it to yourself at first. All right, and that's okay until you have more confidence in taking it forward. So you'll probably start out with friends with whoever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll meet and you'll kind of feel it within you. You'll kind of get the vibe.
Taste this go.
And you'll be uncertain what's going to happen with it, but that's okay.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting. You started talking about you started saying where the wasn't expecting. Okay.
Yeah, so the way you interpret tarot is you cannot take it literally. If you try to take it literally, you're just going to be confused. It's not going to make sense.
Yeah, my first idea was, does that mean I already know who it is?
No.
Or I already know something?
The idea, it's not necessarily a current idea. An idea is kind of vague and loose. It's not necessarily like an idea in the way of like, oh, I have an idea. We should do this like kind of idea. It's like it's a kind of a feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Well.
Did you drop them again?
Yeah, but it landed face down, so it's fine.
It'll land face up. Do we have to research it?
Yeah, I would make you research it. So, any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
You really can't work with me here.
I know I'm not interesting. Sorry.
I guess I did kind of drag you into this. You didn't really have any previous interest in this. I was just like, hey, Zach.
Yeah, you want to do tarot reading? Or you said tarot cards.
Yeah.
And my first thought was,
the tarot, Tarro.
Red bean tarot.
It's not. It has nothing to do with red beans.
No,
it's
red
a
bean.
Starch.
No, red bean tarot is like. I'm not saying that's what tarot is. I'm saying that there's a thing where they add red bean to it.
Tarot is its own vegetable.
Oh, they add red bean to it.
I'm gonna fight you. How's my fight gonna go? No, I'm just kidding. I would win, so I don't even need to ask. Anyway. Well, that's all for today,
I have
folks.
feelings on what you just said.
Alright, so his stuff will be linked in your face, in his face. And I hope to see you in the next video. If you like this video, feel free to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.
Hello.
This is fine. Don't worry about it.
Technical difficulties.